Yo, 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 what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now, live from the village right now. It is, what is it actually? It is, here we go, 8:36 in the PM right now. It is the 28th of November, 2022 right now. It is movie night right now. We're about to watch From Dusk Till Dawn right now. Wagwan, people, wagwan. You know what? I am having a few technical difficulties. I'm going to try and solve them while we are on stream. Well, I don't know if I could solve them, but you know, I'll try and do something. But anyway, let me switch off to this screen. You might notice that there is no background audio, and for some, I don't know why that is. I mean, I know why it is. I'm not sure what's causing it, I should say. So the reason for that is because for some reason my voice mod, which I do the music from, isn't working with the Stream Deck. I think it just needs to be restarted because I've seen this sort of thing happen before, and a restart of the computer seems to fix it. But I don't want to restart my computer right now because I've already started streaming. So I'm going to open up my voice mod separately, and I'm going to pick one of these. That's a bit loud. I think that's a bit loud as well. Find one that's yeah, I think that would do for now. We'll just leave it on that for now, so that'll just go in the background. But appreciate the like. We've got 1 like so far. Big up for the like. So we're watching From Dusk Till Dawn today. Listen, last week, yeah, you lot roasted me. I can't have that, man. I can't have that. You lot were roasting me out to be saying, oh, you haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, you haven't seen this movie. You can't. What was you say? That I can't remember what you said, but you roasted me. So I was like, nah, I can't have that. Can't have that. So we're watching From Dusk Till Dawn. Yo, what up, Sam? Sam's in the house. But yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn. Let me say it properly. From Dusk Till Dawn. It's D-U-S-K. So it's not dust, it's dusk. From Dusk Till Dawn. With Quentin Tarantino, George Clooney. Apparently it's about vampires. I've not seen this movie before, but about to watch it today. I have it on ITV Player, excuse me. ITV Player. Where is it going? It's over here. It's ad supported. So if you're watching it on a non-cheap ass service, then you may find that we might end up in different places as the ads start coming up. But aside from that, you know, we should be in pretty much the same spot for the most part. I mean, I don't think the ads are too bad on the I keep saying the iPlayer, ITV Player. Hopefully they're not too bad. Hopefully they're not too bad. Hopefully they don't last like forever. Like on TV, I don't know. Like Sam, when was the last time you watched like actual television broadcasts? Because the last time I watched a movie on TV, like actual television, it was a while ago now. Like maybe last year sometime or a year and a half ago. It was a little while back now. But what I remember is it was like the adverts were so bad. Like that, I mean, I get it. They got to show adverts. They got to make their money. I get that. But the adverts were so long. Like they would have a movie on, and it'd be like going on for like kind of 5-6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most. And then the ad breaks would just last. It seemed like forever. And it just got to a point where I'm like, yo, I legit forgot what I'm watching here. So hopefully the adverts aren't that bad. But it's a 2 hour and 10 minute movie, so I will try and start it soon, because it is a bit of a longer one, a bit longer than we normally do for movie nights. So I'll try and start it without too much waffling on before the movie, so we can all get to bed at a decent hour as well. So I can't believe you haven't seen it, but I think Twilight is good. Shocking behavior. Twilight is okay. I mean, I just feel like give credit where credit's due. I know a lot of people cuss that movie. They say it's girly, blah, blah, blah. And the whole thing about a sparkling vampire. I get it. I mean, it's not by any means a masterpiece of a movie. But yeah, I feel like it's better than most people would give it credit for. I feel like a lot of people would say it sucks, and they either haven't actually watched it, or they watched it and they're just saying they don't like it because that's the cool thing to say. you know, because it is a very girly movie. You know, it's written in that kind of teen girl. And look, that the film's weird. Like, there's definitely some weird things in that movie. Like, I mean, you know how I feel about Angel being a weirdo, right? I mean, Edward Cullen is next level weirdo. I'm not sure who's more weird, Angel or Edward Cullen. They're both pretty weird. But yeah, I would say that the film is better than most people give it credit for. It's no masterpiece. It's no, I wouldn't call it a must see. Certainly, it's just not bad. You know, it's okay. It's a decent flick. Yeah, I'm just not gonna fall into this whole thing about I'm gonna say something sucks just because other people say it sucks and it makes me look cool. Nah, I ain't doing that. If I think a film is okay, I'm gonna say it's okay, even if it's embarrassing or whatever. You know, I ain't on that. I ain't on that. So yeah, you might wanna mock me or make fun or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's a decent flick. You know, it has its charm. It's definitely Edward Cullen's a weirdo, know that. He's a creepy ass weirdo. But as a movie, that first one at least anyway, the others are questionable, especially that last one. But the first one, sight. Probably in Eurovision was on. If you like it, you like it. I mean, we can't all be right all the time. Well, I mean, you can't be right all the time. I, on the other hand, I keyed. I like films of this dough, and it's just all banter. Yeah, I mean, end of the day, it's a movie. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't. I mean, I reckon most people, whether they'll admit it or not, maybe even everybody likes a film that other people would be embarrassed by. Like, we know what they call guilty pleasures, like that sort of thing. I feel like everybody has a film that they secretly like, even though they'll never admit it. But it's a type of film that if they did admit it, people might laugh at them or make fun of them. And for me, I'm just like, I'm too old to be like worrying about being embarrassed over a movie. Do you know what I mean? It's like, bruh, I'm too grown for that. I spend too much time on the internet to be worried about whether it's embarrassing or not. If I really wanted to, I could go find a matter of fact, since I found out that Bruce Willis likes Twilight, I'm good. I don't even need nobody else to say nothing. Bruce Willis likes Twilight, I'm good. But yeah, this is From Dusk Till Dawn today. I'll start the move in a moment. Get it ready on zero if you have it. Let me get my ready on zero actually. Oh, can I get it ready on zero? What's going on? Oh, it's going to show me an ad. Oh, flipping out, what's going on? It's showing me an ad, you know. Oh, there's no subtitles on this one, by the way. So, it's just me on screen. Well, put that picture up in a second. Cheesy films that I like, that others take the piss out of, is Heartbreakers. Heartbreakers. Do I know that film Heartbreakers? Let me see. It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen it, but it sounds familiar. Heartbreakers, is that with well, there's a few that comes up. There's a couple that come up. One is for 2001 with Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Okay, there we go. Oh, why can't I get this on zero? Okay, the closest I can get is like 7 seconds. Like, bloody hell, man. It won't let me put it in zero, but I could get it down to 7 seconds. So it's just a Miramax logo. Let's do it. It's cheesy, but it's fun. Okay, that's a 2001. There's one from 1984. I don't know if that's if it's a remake of that, but 2001. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Jennifer Love Hewitt was in Party at 5 back in the day, and I remember like my friends and I would like get into like these big arguments about who's the prettiest, who's the hottest in a Party at 5, whether it's Jennifer Love Hewitt or Nev Campbell. I ain't gonna say which one I had a crush on, but that's what we did back in the day, argued about which girl was a prettier on TV. Ray Liotta. Wait a minute. Yeah, have I seen this film? Mother and daughter con team seduce and scam wealthy men. You know what? I think I might have seen this. Like, I don't know, like maybe it came on TV or something, and I was watching it then. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I felt like I've either seen this or maybe seen something like it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Big up Ray Liotta, legendary actor. Rest in peace. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to this screen because it's a 2 hour and 10-minute movie. So let me not waffle on too long. If you haven't got ready on 0 or at least 7 seconds, I got it on 7 seconds because it won't let me go to 0. So if you have it on 0 or 7 seconds, 7 seconds would be ideal because then we're in the exact same spot. Especially if you got it on ITV player. If you're watching it on anything else, I'm not sure it's going to matter because we're going to be not in the same place. I'll just start showing the adverts anyway. But here we go. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, play. Everyone hates Repo, the generic opera. Also, I love it. Repo generic. Oh, well, that's what he was talking about the other week, wasn't it? Oh, did I see that? No, I don't think I have. I don't think I have. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people like to use the term guilty pleasure. For me, it's just like, you like what you like. And you should never be embarrassed by the things you like. Even if other people laugh at you or make fun or tease you, and you should never be embarrassed by the things you like, because at the end of the day, it's like, that's who you are. You know what I mean? It speaks to a part of who you are, you know, and what's it called again? Repo. I'm getting sidetracked here, actually. Repo, oh, well, it's the Paul Zavino one. Yeah, it's one we talked about. Yeah. It's a part of who you are. You should never be embarrassed about who you are, you know. I mean, unless of course you're like a, I don't know, kiddie figure or something. And aside from that, you shouldn't be embarrassed about who you are. You know, you ain't hurt nobody. You're living your life. You like the things you like. Yeah, that's why I say it. But yeah, let me let me not waffle too much. All right, so I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, play. So ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go. Let's see if this movie is as good as you lot make it out to be. Oh, by the way, if it's not good, I did say I'm gonna take a shot on stream, live on stream, if this movie sucks. So I'm just saying, unless you want to see live pooping, this movie better be good. I'm gonna open up my butt cheeks and poop all the way out. World of Liquor. Did they lick him too? Oh, damn it, my sound thing's not working. Take a shit anyway. Sam wants to see live pooping. Hey, like I said, don't be embarrassed by the things you like. if you like watching people poop live on the internet, don't be embarrassed by it. It's what makes you unique, Sam. I'd have to assume shops like this are a real thing in America. We have these shops just seemingly in the middle of nowhere. But people, I guess, go there. What can I say? I'm quirky. Oh, speaking of quirky, well, kooky, really. I actually watched Wednesday on Netflix. Just finished watching it today. Watched the whole thing. And ended up binging it over like yesterday and today. I liked it, yeah. I liked it. It's first episode I thought was a bit of a slow start. It definitely picks up towards the end of the episode and gets really interesting throughout the season. The ending I did feel was a little bit weak, but overall, yeah, it was pretty good. I think it could have benefited from like maybe 1 or 2 more episodes. It's like 8 episodes long. And maybe could have had like 1 or 2 episodes to kind of flesh things out just a little bit more. But aside from that, yeah, it's pretty good. Worth watching. I think there's very few shows that really nail the 8-episode season these days. Like, a lot of times things feel like a little bit rushed in places. Some of things to watch. It's definitely worth checking out. I mean, I wasn't like a big fan of the Addams Family or anything, and okay, this is serious. But yeah, I wasn't like a big Addams Family fan. I watched it, you know, it's all right. Watched the old one. I never watched the movies, the Tim Burton movies. I never watched those. But the old school black and white Addams Family, I used to watch that a little bit. And that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I liked it. Overall, worth watching. Oof. Yo, Tarantino's kind of crazy in this movie, isn't he? Oh. What's he doing? He's got to open up the safe. Oh, he had a gun in there. Wait, you not missing that many shots, though. They'll do a quiz on me today and ask where I know George Clooney from. I said this movie, but apparently that was the wrong answer. Well, he was an ER. I think that was probably his like big break, his earliest big break. Well, I don't make no sense. His earliest thing that got him recognized was probably ER. But if you never watched ER, I didn't watch ER much, but I know I saw enough to know that he was on it. Yo, what up, Al? AE in a place to be as we're watching Tarantino burn this shopkeeper alive, who's still shooting. Just walking away from this exploding shop all casual. That's some beat up old cone. Well, that was a cool opening start at least. So might not have to shut on camera after all. We'll see. We'll see. Harvey Keitel, okay. George Clooney. Quentin Tarantino. Juliette Lewis. Quentin Tarantino's in some hot water right now for certain comments he made about Marvel movies. Salma Hayek, nice. Brennan Lewis. Cheech Marin. Kelly Preston, something. Danny Trejo. That's gotta hurt, man. Imagine a bullet hole going right through your hand. I don't think duct tape's a good idea. Wouldn't his foot out the window obscure the rear view mirror, though? Oh, wait, don't even have a rear view mirror. Say what you want about Tarantino, but dude can make a movie for sure. All right, here we go. What's your favorite Tarantino movies? I mean, there's only like 9 of them, so there's not much to choose from. So, what's your favorite Tarantino movie? Tarantino directed movie, by the way, more specifically. What's your favorite Tarantino directed movie? Kill Bill movies are good. Okay. Kill Bill. How about you, Sam? Or anybody else in the chat? By the way, Kill Bill 1 or 2? Yo, what up, Jakes? You're not late, you're just on time. We're just talking about what's your favorite Quentin Tarantino directed movie? Oh, Kill Bill 1, okay. I ain't doing too badly. I ain't doing too badly at all. How about you? How's your day going? How's your day been? This is my fave. He also did another, not everyone. A scene called Death Proof. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen Death Proof, but I know what you're talking about. Jackie Brown. Ooh, that's a good one. Jackie Brown, I feel, is an underappreciated classic, I think. Yeah, but if you had to pick one, though, like, lots of movies are great, but if you had to pick one, like Kill Bill 1 or Kill Bill 2. Because, yeah, both Kill Bills are good movies. Well, actually, Kill Bill... Actually, you know what? No, let me take that back. Kill Bill 1 I thought was really good. Kill Bill 2 I thought was okay. So for me, it would definitely be Kill Bill 1 if I had to pick between those two. But I wouldn't say that's my favorite Tarantino movie. If I had to pick a favorite Tarantino movie, I'd have to go with Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs. Wait, dude. Okay, hold a second. I said pick your favorite, tell me your favorite Tarantino movie. You say the Kill Bill movies. I say, okay, pick one. You say Reservoir Dogs. I mean, come on, man. Like, is it Kill Bill or is it Reservoir Dogs? Like, yo, what up, Brax? Brax Bivvy in a place to bivvy. What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino directed movie, Brax? I think. I'm gonna have to double check to be sure, but I think Reservoir Dogs was the first feature-length directed movie. Tarantino's not directing this film, but he still found a way to get somebody's feet in there. Alright. We got first ad break. Jackie Brown, yeah, that's a good one. I was just saying, I feel like that's an underappreciated classic. Jackie Brown's a homage to blaxploitation. Yeah. Pam Grier. Like, how many... When that film came out, that was like 90 something, I think, like 98 maybe. It was 90 something. I'm pretty sure that film came out. But yeah, at that time, I mean, I don't want to say Pam Grier was like washed up. I don't know if that's the best way to describe 97. But certainly she wasn't like in the running for starring roles for movies at that point, right? So you have this woman who, well, you know, hopefully we're okay, but let me know if there's any issues with the stream. But yeah, you have this woman who's a legend of the blaxploitation movies back in like the 70s. And, you know, hasn't really starred in a movie for a while. And is now starring in a movie that features Samuel L. Jackson, Robert De Niro. You know, that's big. But yeah, that's an underappreciated classic. The biggest question, Pam Grier. Hey, I mean, boy, let's keep it real. Pam Grier was and is banging till this day. To this day. To this day. I like Kill Bill movies, and Reservoir Dogs was a good movie too. Okay. Alan, if you have to pick one movie, yeah? One. Just one. One movie. One movie directed by Quentin Tarantino as your favorite. Which one movie? What's my man saying? Glorious Bastards now. Got Harvey Keitel on the screen. Okay, we're one to the bomb. The stream was buffering a bit. Okay. Is it okay now, though? I think it should hopefully be okay now. She was in the 40s and 90s, I think. Yeah, that'll be about that, yeah. Pulp Fiction dialogue was impossible, yeah. Pulp Fiction, I remember watching that for the first time on TV. That was just such an incredible experience. Because I didn't know what to expect. This lady was in Natural Born Killers. The age abuses I read. Hey, for real, for real. Not even. Have you seen some of the old school movies, like the old blaxploitation films? Might have to bring some of those out for moving out one of these days. Black don't crack. Well, black don't crack as long as black don't do crack, so. Okay. I'll have to pick Kill Bill. Okay. Is that Kill Bill 1 or Kill Bill 2, though? Chemistry between John Travolta and Sam Jackson was incredible. Yeah, man. Especially those scenes when they're just talking. Jake was going to Kill Bill 1. Yeah. Seems okay at the moment. Music and Jackie. Oh, for real, yes. That's probably Tarantino's best selection of music, I think, for Jackie Brown. Because he used to pick some old school bangers for his films. I feel like Jackie Brown was like peak. Kill Bill 1. Okay, there we go. We finally got there. Kill Bill 1. Kill Bill 1 is Alan's favorite Tarantino directed movie. There we go. I like Kill Bill 1. Around made me download some of those classic tunes. Shit and Coffee, Sheba Baby, Foxy Brown, yeah, and some other ones. I've seen a couple of them years ago. Yeah, Coffee and Foxy Brown I saw years ago. I don't remember a whole lot from them, but got a black belt in bar stools. I remember that bit. Or was that, I don't know karate, but I know crazy. That's a classic line. Coffee's my fave. That shit's from my parents' middle school and high school days. The Mac. I feel that was on a list actually, you know, of films to add to them, do a movie night. Nice Truck Turner. I have not seen The Mac or Truck Turner, but I'm pretty sure I put those on the list of movies. Yeah, they are. Truck Turner and The Mac. Cool, cool, cool. They're there. They're there. Mac is. Oh, is she there? Well, what did he do? Wait, what did he do to her? Did he kill her? Oh, he killed her. Sam's back. Max that Scarface. Okay. I think we definitely have to check that then. Tarantino, but I think it was a great movie called Set It Off with Queen Latifah. Wait, did he rape her? Oh, you sick freak. So I can't believe Haze watching Dusk Till Dawn. Hey, you lot were talking smack last week though, so can't believe you ain't seen From Dusk Till Dawn, man. Can't believe you ain't seen Dusk Till Dawn. Can't believe. All right. Hopefully that's all it is. Let's go. Game with the woman from the Mac. Okay. So if we watch the Mac, we're gonna get an idea of how little Jacob talks to the ladies. Is that what I'm understanding? If we watch the Mac, we're gonna have an idea of how little Jacob talks to the ladies. There's that Haze. Was in that? Well, okay, yeah. Legendary singer. movie ain't the bomb. It's pretty good so far. It's pretty good so far. Pretty intriguing so far. You know, this Tarantino characters are definitely a mad weirdo. So, you know, this movie is a beast. Well, it's only been on for like... How long has this been on for? About 25 minutes. You still got most of it to go, so we'll see. We'll see. That's what it is. Being saw From Dusk Till Dawn, Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, they made like how many of these movies? There's like 3-4 of these films. It's like a TV series as well. Getting told, Jacob. Right, this movie could be on a second. It will instantly become apparent. It's a banger. A second, all right. Well, 25-ish minutes in. Looks like pretty good so far. Pretty good so far. I might disappear for a few times tonight. I'm having issues with my setting there. I'm having to keep getting up and walking around. Hey Sam, prioritize yourself. Alright, prioritize yourself. Oh wait. He's like all hair and stuff. He's hair and stuff. Okay, that's an interesting interesting addition. About Dan Trail in this movie, he ain't someone to mess with. Dan Trail ain't someone to mess with in any of his movies I've seen him in. Like anytime you see Dan Trail in a movie, you just know he's playing some kind of badass. Can you take anything to help with the baseline? So 1 and 2, you might want to check dog. Two was shockingly bad. From dusk till dawn. From dawn till dusk. So when is dusk, by the way? I know when dawn is. When is dusk? Is that after night or before night? So you got these two killer brothers. One of them hearing voices in his head. painkiller, Jacob, unless it's absolutely needed. No, I hear that. Yeah. Number 2 is okay. So this movie's a banger, but the sequel sucks. All right. That's usually how it goes with movies. So. Dusk is night before morning, dog. Nights before. Wait, so is that after? So, I mean, there's sunrise. Sorry, there's dawn, sunrise, noon, afternoon, evening, night. So is dusk after night? Or is it before night? And have you got Elden Ring? And if so, is that good? I hope it doesn't get to that stage. Indeed. Never played Elden Ring. Doesn't look like a game I can get into. Yeah, I haven't seen two, but I was one. Looks awful. Well, you gotta watch it yourself. Same thing. I've seen the clips of it. It's before the cracker. Oh, okay, I think I see what you're saying. Right. That's why I had a real bad flare up. I'm trying to hold for that. It was interesting. Oof. Hey, be careful out there, Sam. But yeah, you do what you need to do to make sure you take care of yourself. If you need to get up and walk around or whatever you need to do. Before night, after evening. Okay, so evening, dusk, night, and then dawn. Okay. How long does the pain stay around for? Yeah, the thing about Elden Ring for me is that it looks like the type of game that I would 100% be really interested in. They still managed to get Tarantino's foot fetish in this movie though, didn't they? It looks like the type of game that I'd be 100% interested in. The problem, however, for me personally, is from what I understand about it, it's also the type of game I know I won't have any real time for. You know? Like games that are made to be hard like that, where you have to like take the time to get good at them. I just can't do that right now. You know, there's too much going on. Plus, I gotta work full time. The time that I have to play games is so small. To play a game like Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, and I'm like, it looks cool for me. Like, it looks like the type of game I think is really cool. Oh, what's this going on? Is there another ad break? What's going on with this? Yeah, ad break is taking its time. It looks really cool, but yeah, just like the time it would take me to play a game. Like, I mean, I even tried like. That's buffering the stream. Stuck on an advert, flipping out, man. Okay, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Ugh, it's gonna be like just buffering for the whole damn advert now. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. Can it just not do this though? Can it just work, please? Can it just work? Game is massive. Oh, Halloween ends over the weekend. Okay, what do you think of it? Wait, is that George? Hey, George Clooney's in an advert. Okay, hopefully we're okay now. Eesh. I have to much work, commitments. I would be able to. Right, that's the thing, isn't it? Just it's just the time. It's just time. Like even right now, I'm playing what's that game called? Deathloop. Deathloop's nowhere near as long as that, and probably not as hard. But even that is like I'm struggling to find time to play. I think I'm near the end, but boy, this last mission sucks though. Can't lie, this last mission on Deathloop, it just sucks. It's hard and so unnecessary. Like I'm like, I don't know. I feel like giving up on this game. Like I really do. But I'm so close to the end. It's like, mate, come on. I just abandoned Jacob last year. I was bedbound for about 4 days and needed help going to this time. It just to help more when lay down. Walking helps. Just depends. Let's get it on my Steam Deck. What do you think of how it's back? I realize it. Debilitating. Be treated. Yeah, can be mainly in the winter. It's an issue. The rest of the time it's fine. Nah. So it's just time of year then. Just say Just Clooney's tattoo in this movie is the business. What, that neck tattoo? It's a surgery. If it keeps being an issue, but that ain't happening, so. Would you want surgery? I've seen and I say I wasn't a fan. Yeah, I saw it. Not like how I thought it might be. I was like, Hey. How it be sometimes, man. How it be. Some movies are great. Some movies, not so much. Ooh. Oh, what's gonna happen? Definitely would consider surgery. I had a bleed, just simple keyhole surgery. So far. Oh, okay. Oh, this ain't the time to be arguing now. Yeah. They arguing about this now, though. Bruh. They're arguing about this now. Oh, they messed up now. They done messed up now. Had a similar dynamic. Halloween 20, yeah. It would have been alright. Yeah, Halloween ends. Eventually get to that. Still working our way for the Halloween movie, so hey, don't be peeking, pervert. Absolutely, yeah, not Jacob. I just get on with it. I understand surgery isn't for everyone. Things, depending on the surgery and what they're doing, surgery could sometimes actually do more harm than good. So, like, certain things, depending on what it is, it may not always be worthwhile getting surgery. This is what, 90... What is this, 95? 96? This is before GPS, I think, isn't it? I had an interesting idea. But, nah. What the hell was they thinking of making mine as a little bitch? Oof, okay. Okay. Oh, my. Are we buffering again? Oh, come on, come on. Ish. 3 times and all 3 had issues. Had keyhole surgery to remove my gallbladder. There was issues and I had to bleed, so no surgery for me. Oof. Sorry, Sam, that sucks. $96, okay, yeah. So yeah, before GPS. Or at least before commercial GPS anyway. They went to a bar called a Titty Twister. Open Dusk Till Dawn. Well, there you go. There's a... Now we've got the name of the name of the movie. Other stuff following the recent case of Shankwella Robinson, Mexican authorities issued out warrants for the arrest of the ones in the hotel room with to be brought back to Mexico. Okay. That's interesting, because initially they said there was no foul play. Now they're saying they want them back. Okay. Slashing pussy in half, you know. I hope that's about the prices and not the actual... Is that Cheech Marine? Jeffrey, so much. Precinct 13. They're in Mexico though. Why is everybody speaking English? Now Jacob. Apple. Jacob, you go through shit, you crack on as best you can. Yeah, indeed. At the end of the day, it's all you can do. You know, I came across a saying, or a quote rather, by a business/life coach. She says, "Feel it for 5, then say bye-bye." Which, at least what I took that to mean is, allow yourself to acknowledge what you're going through, but then let it go. Medical report said it was alcohol poisoning, but that ain't what it was. Obviously, the spine and the neck was severed. Yeah, and there was that video with them fighting as well, and yeah. There we go. Danny Trejo. Was Danny Trejo ever a young man? Like, I don't think he was. Well, that was close. Yeah, and really it was that one chick in the video jumping on her. She wasn't fighting her off much. Yeah, I mean, I saw the video. To be honest, I guess wasn't looking at it like that hard, but yeah. So, I mean, we are nearly an hour into the movie. Hey, is that Kim Coates? That's Kim Coates. That's Kim Coates. Kim Coates is in this movie. Right, it did say it's for bikers. Raw. Yo, before Sons of Anarchy. Before Sons of Anarchy. Now we know his story, huh? Before he settled in charming California. Yeah, decades ago he was a young guy. Drinking with the people that kidnapped him. Be right back. Alright. Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool film. Pretty cool film so far. But I'm kind of wondering, I thought there were going to be vampires in this. And no spoilers, no spoilers. But it's like nearly an hour into the movie and not a single vampire. So I'm just kind of curious as how they're going to introduce vampires this late in the movie. Because I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's it could be an interesting addition because we're nearly halfway through the film and not a single vampire. And normally if you're going to have things like vampires, you'd introduce them much earlier on, or at least introduce something that lets you know that this is the type of thing that could happen so far, this has been a pretty normal world. So, all right, we'll see. We'll see. Say you won't be, they say I won't be disappointed. All right, cool. This isn't a conventional vampire movie. Keep that in mind. Well, clearly, I mean, nearly halfway through the film. What are we? In fact, we're over halfway through the film, actually. I think we're more than halfway through the film. So yeah, I mean, well, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so far so good. Like, what I'd say is that if this was just a regular non-vampire movie, you know, so far so good. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with the vampires. That's why this film is like 2 in 1. I see. Criminal Getaway plus vampires in Mexico. Oh wait, is this Salma Hayek? Yeah, there we go. You know, Salma Hayek is like 56 years old. I mean, not in this movie. I mean, just now. I mean, like in 2022, she's like 56 years old now. But she looks pretty much the same as she does in this movie. Like today, like Salma Hayek at 56 looks pretty much the same she did 30 years ago when this movie came out. No, I was that far in front. Yeah, you know what? I think between the adverts and the buffering issues, yeah, you're probably quite a bit ahead of me at this point. I've had some buffering issues, plus the adverts coming up. It's like, yeah. I think where you guys are in the movie is going to be at least a good few minutes, maybe more ahead. Probably at least 5 minutes ahead, I reckon, at this point. Maybe more than that. Surgery clearly works wonders. You know what, though? I mean, I'm not sure she's had surgery. I mean, I know there's some rumors about surgery that she's had, but she's gone on and said she hasn't had any, and I don't know, maybe I'm being naive, but I believe her. And there we go. Tarantino's foot fetish wants... Tarantino didn't direct this movie, but still managed to get all his foot fetishes in there. Must be on first name terms with her surgeon. I don't know, man. She says she hasn't. I believe her. But hey, like I said, maybe I'm just being naive. I mean, can't lie. I mean, as much as I could enjoy looking at Summer Hayek, this scene has gone on a bit long though. Like, I'm not sure this needs to be this long. Like, bro, you made your point. Move on now. But you know what it's like in some of these movies? I swear, like some of these scenes are only done for like some producer or some director's like personal gratification. You know what I mean? Like, because you gotta wonder, like, a scene like this, it's like it went on way longer than it needed to, and it probably didn't even need to happen anyway. So you know, it's like somebody just wanted this. Oh, again, you know. Danny Trejo got stabbed. Multiple times. Oof. Dude got shot in the hand, stabbed in the hand. I'm straight and I don't mind looking at that. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Okay. Okay. So that's how they're doing it. So that's how they're doing it. That's okay. Danny Trejo. Okay, Danny. You know what? Danny Trejo wasn't a surprise, but still. All right. Kim Coates protected himself. Okay, even the titty lady. Well, all of them. But they're in the wrong bar. Oof, right then. Well. Well, that was an interesting twist. Oof. Well, I mean, it's good she had the wherewithal to put the crucifix in his mouth, but it's like... But he just took out all these girls. Oh, why punch him? Bite him. Come on, Kim Coates. You can't let these vampires take you out. You still gotta do 7 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. Why would you give him the stick? I mean... Oh, he took out... Kim Coates took out Danny Trejo, okay. Oof. Did he kill her, though? He didn't kill her. Oh, wait, he killed her. Come on. Somehow it went out kind of easy. You answer to that. Raw. Raw, man, just KO'd him, you know. Fatality. Well, not even. Well. Destroy the heart. Destroy the heart. Come on. Oh, they lost their master. Okay, 4 versus 4. Well. Oh, the band's still there. I told you so. Oh, they got out of there. So whoever told them to stay there from dusk till dawn must have known. Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers. But whoever told them this must know about the vampires, and probably thought they were going to get killed in a attack. Was Quentin turned into a vampire? Yeah, there we go. Of course, he was going to turn into a vampire. At least these vamps don't sparkle. You're gonna have to do it, George. They don't sparkle, but they do set on fire, and that's kind of sparkly. The embers flicker, at least, so. Harvey Keitel's right, man. Put the bottle down. Oh. Ugh. Ad break. Ugh. Okay, so after this ad break, there's one more, maybe two more ad breaks. But I think the second ad breaks, the last ad break's right at the end of the movie by the looks of it. So one more, and then, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, apparently that film did not do very well in the box office on the opening weekend. On its opening weekend, I was seeing on the net news that it's like one of Disney's worst performing films for a while. And well, I mean, not everything you could do could be a big hit. It's just how that goes, isn't it? You're gonna get some flops once in a while. Oh right, yeah, you're watching. Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot. I'm seeing stuff that you might not be seeing. Um, so there's a film called Strange World, which came out I think about a week or so ago. It's a Disney animated movie, and yeah, apparently it didn't do so well on its opening weekend. Like it's one of Disney's worst performing movies for a while. So like the money it cost to make versus the money it made, it doesn't look like it's going to make its money back. In fact, what I saw, I think it was GameSpot or one of these sites anyway, they were saying that Disney could potentially lose around $100 million on that movie. So yeah, it didn't do so well. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad movie because I don't know that. You know, just because a movie doesn't do so well in monetary terms don't mean it's a bad movie. There's lots of reasons why a movie might not do so well. But bottom line is financially that film is looks like it's gonna cost Disney a lot of money. But hey, that's how it goes in the movie business. Sometimes you have these really big hits. Other times you have these really big flops. You know, it's up and down, right? Oh, look out. Oh, they're all coming back though. They all make it up with crappy remakes. Well, the thing about I think with Disney, they're in a kind of a unique position. Disney sex machine. I feel like they're in a kind of unique position because they could have a film that maybe doesn't do well at the box office, but ultimately it does still have an audience of people who would watch it, right? So rather than spending, I don't know, $100 million on a sequel, they can make a sequel for that doesn't cost anywhere near that, but just serve it to the people who are more likely to watch it. And they, especially now with Disney Plus, where you don't necessarily have to, you don't necessarily have to have like a massive hit on Disney Plus because you just catering to the people who's already subscribed. Well, in that case, your cases should be already subscribed. So yeah, like they could do a sequel, but a sequel probably won't cost as much. They probably won't spend as much on a sequel, as they did on the original. And it was just, yeah, they was just serve the people who are interested in it. Which is the $19 million worth of people who went to go see that movie, I guess. Took the kids to see Matilda film on Saturday. That was good. Okay, yeah, with Letitia. Oh, I forgot her name. was literally what you just said, but okay. It was their first cinema trip. Hopefully it's one to remember. Ooh. He's pushed him too far. So the kids will make me go to the Little Mermaid when that comes out, and no, I'm gonna hate it because of the mermaid skin color. Well, you never know. I mean, just going with an open mind might surprise you. If you go in there thinking you're gonna hate it, then you probably will, right? But if you go in there, keep an open mind, it might surprise you. You know, no expectations, just let it do what it does. Just see it for what it is. No expectations, no nothing like that, and yeah. I mean, I say it's gonna. I'm not saying it's gonna be good. I wouldn't know. I'm just saying, it just might. Just might. Kim Coates, man got bit. thought the original was boring. I've hated every single live action remake so far. Ooh, this guy's teeth are sharpening up already, you know. Well, I mean, even still, this just might be the one. I'm not saying it's going to be the one. It just might be the one. Just might. Oof. Kim Coates. Oh, and you got the preacher. Oh. Got the kid. Uh-oh. Now the bats are in. That was maybe not a good idea. Well, that guy turned quick. Raw. That big thing come out of nowhere, you know. Look forward to Aladdin even more, so because Will Smith was playing the genie, and nope, that wasn't it. Back, what have I missed? What up, Jakes? Jake is back. Back again. What have you missed? So, you might be in a different spot than I am, but Salma Hayek was a vampire. Kim Coates got bit, he turned into a vampire. Harvey Keitel got bit, but he hasn't turned yet. The guy from Vietnam got bit, and he turned real quick. It might depend on where you get bit, I guess. Maybe like neck bites turn you quicker. That spot, awesome. Well, they're about to go to war with the guy that kidnapped them. How about that? How about that? Oof. Oh, excuse me. Oh, what's happened? What's happened? Oh, is it? Oh, it's a break. Break time. I think it's the last break. I think it's the last ad break. We're in the last section of the movie. Last maybe 16 minutes or so after the ad break. Haze, are you gonna do a show on Christmas Day? I ain't know. I might not, probably. I'm gonna say. Not on the day at least, anyway. But I mean, we'll see. I'll say at the moment I'm gonna say no. Is it buffering? Oh, mate. Hopefully it stops buffering soon. Yo, is it still buffering? But yeah, at the moment I'm gonna say no. I won't be doing a Christmas Day anything. But yeah, we'll see how that changes. I mean, it's still like a month away, or nearly a little less than a month away. It's okay, my end at the moment, but it was buffering. Stream back at my end. Okay, so there was a little bit of buffering, not for Alan though. But yeah, I was just saying that yeah, probably not going to do anything on Christmas Day. But yeah, but in between then and now, we'll see if anything changes. But at the moment, I'm going to say probably not. It's a rare occasion. I'm trying to think. I have posted things on Christmas Day in the past, but maybe once or twice. I think most Christmases I don't post or live stream or anything. Came in again. It's alright now. I don't think it's your end though, Sam. I think it's something to do with I think it's the connection here. I'm not sure what exactly is causing it, but I don't think it's your end. I don't know much on Christmas Day either. Yeah, it's more so that yeah, I'll probably just be doing something else when it comes down to it. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas in that traditional sense, but you know, it's still family time, so. So yeah, as far as things like posting videos on YouTube and stuff like that goes, or even live streams, I wouldn't say never, of course, but I'm gonna say I'm probably not going to be doing anything on YouTube on that day. Maybe New Year's, like New Year's Eve. But yeah, again, we'll kind of see how it goes nearer to the time. For Jehovah's Witness, I missed that. Okay. Wait, Jehovah's Witness don't say it but at Christmas. Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, Jehovah's Witness is a branch of Christianity, though, isn't it? Or did I misunderstand that? Oh, Kim Coates again. Holy turns 8, New Year's Eve. I'm not sure these vampires are trying it hard. Yo, man grow a new head, you know. Turn into a dog. Oh, I don't know what that is. Giant rat type thing. Okay, so Christmas Day is busy for me, apart from last year when I was poorly. But hopefully it's busy for you, because, yeah, being sick ain't no fun. They got Kim Coates. Shoot right through him, though. Oh, that was easy. But from having a few drinks and having a Christmas dinner, other than that, not much. Hey, yeah, I thought everyone knew they didn't celebrate Christmas. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, they dead turned. I guess I just assumed because. Oh, they got him. They got the kid. But yeah, the right from Christianity, but we have different. Oh, I see. Christian in some ways, but we got our own tenets and doctrine. Right. I think I understand that. You can have to, Kate. Let's get a capture card, then I can do some gaming streams, hopefully very soon. Ah, nice. What kind of capture card are you looking to get? Oh, the sun's coming up. No practicing Jehovah's Witness, but still love us on their principles, yeah. I mean, I guess if you grew up that way, grew up in... Let me not say that sounded bare bad. If you grew up a Jehovah's Witness, I mean, I guess if you grew up in any way, any faith, you know, by the time it gets your adult years, if it's something that you don't follow anymore, there's still gonna be, oh wait, that's Cheech Marine, isn't it? There's still gonna be parts of it that things that you maybe don't vibe with anymore, like a lot of you might not vibe with anymore, but then there's be parts of it that you still think is just good advice on how to live, like maybe certain ways of how to treat people and things like that. Nothing is all bad, right? Even if I think anytime you look at something and you decide that it's not for you or it's not something that you want to do, there's still going to be good parts to it that you keep with you. Yeah, it's still on. It's not much left though, I don't think. I think there's about 5 minutes left. But yeah, still watching it. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll guess a capture card, or if there's a cheaper one that is decent and works well. The thing with capture cards to note in my experience is that it can depend on what type of computer you have as well, how well they run. That being said, don't buy cheap. Don't buy cheap. It will not be a good idea to buy cheap. Honestly, it's just not a good idea. If you buy cheap, you're gonna end up buying twice. has been learning about God at school. She started to pray the other night, but her prayer looked like she was doing yoga. Well, it's a start, right? In fact, actually, the yoga poses came from prayers. So it was like I can't remember which faith it was, but yeah, the yoga poses came from ancient prayers. That's like the whole thing about, you know, that's where it came from. So if her prayers look like yoga poses, she's doing something right. Well, that was From Dusk Till Dawn. Okay, and credits are just rolling up now, but that was From Dusk Till Dawn, and I guess I will not be taking a shit on stream. That was a pretty decent movie. It was a pretty interesting twist, but like I said, I wasn't sure how they're going to fit the vampires into it, so it's a pretty interesting way of doing it, but just like kind of pretty much springing it on you, really. I feel like the way they did it, if I didn't know it was about vampire, it was going to be, if I didn't know there was going to be vampires in this film, that could have been like a cool surprise type thing. Because like it doesn't look like it's gone along to be that type of movie at all. So had I not known that, that could have been a cool surprise. As I didn't know it. I mean, it was still an interesting way of doing it. You know, it wasn't just like. But yeah, it was a cool film. It was good to see Kim Coates. Kim Coates was in Sons of Anarchy. If you never watched that, it's a good show. What else? Yeah, it had its humor. Tarantino gets his foot fetched. That's probably part of his contract. Tarantino gets his foot fetches in there. And look, Salma Hayek, what can I say? I mean, that scene went on a bit long, in all fairness, but still, I mean, it's Salma Hayek, you know what I mean? It's Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek. Yeah, it's Salma Hayek. So you were entertained by the movie. Oh yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed the movie. Definitely enjoyed the movie. It's a cool film. Apparently, From Dusk Till Dawn 2 is terrible, but you know, maybe I'll check it out one day. We'll see for myself. But for now, yeah. So I pray, I believe in God, but I can't be asked to go to church. I heard the Elgato capture cards are the best and they are not cheap. Well, that's what I've heard anyway. I don't know much about capture cards. I've not ever used Elgato, but yeah, I mean, well, I haven't used their capture cards. I have an Elgato Stream Deck, and that's a pretty decent Stream Deck at least. I use, if I can even find it. Actually, no, it's underneath my desk somewhere. But I use Live Gamer Pro. This is by AverMedia, and this is a pretty good capture card. But Live Gamer Pro Ultra, more specifically, this was, I think it was £200-something. I can't remember. But yeah, you don't want to go cheap. You don't want to go cheap. I mean, look at what works with your PC, with what works with your computer. That's going to be fundamental, because if it doesn't work for your computer, you're screwed, right? So make sure it's compatible with your computer. Make sure that, because for example, this uses USB 3. Yeah, USB 3. Not all computers support USB 3, so that's something else to consider as well. If your computer even supports that or not. Make sure all the processors and whatever else it needs, RAM, everything else. But yeah, as long as it works with your computer and the minimum specs all line up, don't go cheap. I mean, of course, go with what you could afford. Don't buy some ridiculously expensive thing. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that, but you don't want to just buy something because it's cheap. Because, for example, this is an older one. If you, I don't know if you can still get these. This is probably obsolete by now. It was pretty good back in the day. These days, it's not going to do much for you. So this is something that served me well many years ago. Now it's more of a shelf relic. So if you go cheap, you might be buying something that's either obsolete or going to be obsolete very soon. So yeah, look at what works with your computer first and foremost, and get the best you could afford. But don't buy something just because it's cheap, because you could be buying crap that doesn't do what you need it to do, or doesn't work as well as you need it to work, and then you end up having to buy another one because it just lacks things that you actually need. So yeah, don't buy something just because it's cheap. If you're gonna buy capture cards, understand that you're gonna be spending money. It's not the place to go cheap. It's, yeah, if you're gonna do it properly. Don't cheap out. It would not serve you well if you cheap out. There's certain things in life where you can cheap out on. Capture cards is not one of them. If you're gonna do it, do it. As a kid, I found church to be the most boring experience of my life. I knew you would like it. She asked me if God was real, and I said to her, it doesn't matter. Well, I believe. If you believe, you believe. Fantastic answer. From is now. It's going today. Yeah, I'm not taking that shit on stream. Yeah, I think someone actually wanted to see that. No, I swear, if you took a shit on, your subscriber would plummet. I don't know, actually. I feel like I might get. I feel like if I took a shot on stream, I might get some more subscribers. Actually, I might get like one of those trending videos or something. Like those was it viral? Let's say I might get one of those viral videos if I did that. I mean, I'll probably get kicked off YouTube real quick, but so I'll get real popular for like a minute, and then it'd be like all over. So yeah, maybe not such a good idea. Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely do your research and yeah, check the different types and that kind of stuff. Because yeah, if you're gonna do it right, and you definitely don't want to just buy something and then it doesn't work or just doesn't work as well, and you end up buying another one and spending even more money than you could have. But yeah, you know, I grew up in a Islamic family, so I remember like. I can't remember the exact age. I don't remember the exact age, but it was before 10. It was definitely before double digits. You know, we'd be taken to the mosque and you know, prayed and things like that. And so for the longest time, you know, if you ask me, I would say I'm Muslim because, you know, that's what you did, right? Your dad's Muslim, your mom's Muslim, you're Muslim. That's it. You don't really give it much thought. But yeah, it wasn't till. But then, even then, and even though I'd say that, and you know, I'd go to the mosque when I was taken to the mosque or pray when it's time to pray, and that even though I was doing all that stuff, and telling people that I'm Muslim if they ask me, truth is back then I didn't really, outside of, you know, once you're outside your house, once you're outside away from your parents and things like that, you know, I'm not really following it. You know, I'm not really giving it much thought outside of that. It's just because you're told to do it, so you do it. But then once you're outside, you're doing whatever you're doing. And that was like that for, I think, up until I was about 20, maybe 21. And yeah, it was a kind of one of these moments where I had where I just asked myself, well, what do I actually believe? You know, not what my parents tell me to believe, what you know, you're supposed to believe. What do I actually believe? And, you know, I had to give it some thought. And, you know, I decided that, you know, I do believe in God. And from there, decided to try and follow that as best I can. But yeah, so I feel like, I mean, I don't want to say mistake, because I feel like with my parents, they did what they felt was the best thing to do, which is what, you know, how they were raised and how pretty much most things would have done. And certainly we were never like forced, you know what I mean? Like we were never like beaten if we, you know, it wasn't like that. I mean, we did get beats for other things, but you know, not like that. But yeah, certainly I do feel like, in my opinion, nobody, it's like when people say things like, a lot of times people ask me now if I was born Muslim or you know, that sort of thing, and I feel like the question itself is somewhat flawed, because I don't believe anybody is born into in a religion. You know, not really. I mean, you could be born into a Christian family or an Islamic family or a Jewish family or whatever family. You could be born into that, and as such you might be raised in a certain way. But until you decide for yourself what you actually believe and, you know, how you want to live your life and those sorts of things, you're not really anything, because the fundamental principle of any faith is belief. So if you're only doing something because you saw your parents doing it, but you don't really believe it yourself, then there's no real faith there, you know? So yeah, I feel like, in my view, and this is coming from a 40-plus-year-old who don't have no damn kids, but in my view, yeah, I feel like what you did, Sam, and just allowing your kids to have that space, even from a young age, to think about what they believe in and not have it colored by beliefs, and it just being complete their own kind of choice. Because yeah, I think a lot of us do get to adult years and really just don't know who we are, because we spend so much time being told what we are by other people, whether it's your parents, your teachers, your bosses. We spend so much time being told what you are, what you're supposed to do, what life is, and this, all these different things. A lot of us do get to like 25, 30, 40, 50, even older, and I just have no idea who we are. So yeah, no, I really feel like what you did there is awesome. Like, it's a kind of a long way of just saying what I think you did there was awesome, just allowing them that space to just like decide for themselves, you know. Persona non grata. I actually don't know what that means. And I think I know what persona is. That's something to do with like your personality. And I'm pretty sure I've heard a phrase persona non grata before, but I guess I've never really looked up what it means. Let's see. Persona non grata in diplomacy. Persona non grata. Person at work. Okay, if I took a shot, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. The states applied to a host country for. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Say I was going to hell to screw her. Allow me to decide where my faith was. I'm compromised in my religious concern. Personally, I believe in forcing beliefs in kids. I think it's our job to guide them and support them, but ultimately let them make their own choices. Indeed. And attend church with my mom, I will be introduced to the strap. Oh, it's tough, man. Sorry, dude. The format it was away on the highway. You know, well, yeah. Yeah, that's tough, man. Sorry, man. No one should have to go through that. And I think especially when it comes to religion, because one of the issues I remember having with faith early on is that, you know, as much as people call themselves Muslim, Christian, whatever, there was always something that just seemed so hypocritical about it, about them rather, more specifically. I can't. No, for sure, I get that. Like, if you believe that your faith is good and right and all that sort of stuff, which, you know, I'd hope a person does believe if they're following a faith. They believe it's good, they believe it's right. Then surely part of that is believing that you shouldn't have to force it on somebody, you know? Like, you should never have to force something good on somebody. If somebody, especially like a child where you don't understand the world and you're still learning about things and you're still figuring stuff out and not everything makes sense to you and all this sort of stuff, you know, to associate effects. I mean, I don't want to say too much because it's I don't know, because of course I don't know your family, but it's like, and I'm sure, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would hope at least, because I know people talk about doing things out of love, right? And I don't want to make that sound like a justification, because that's not what I mean. But it's more that if there is love, you know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't add up when you're doing something that is supposed to be out of love, but then it's associating trauma with this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I should just shut up. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, dude. Uncomfortable saying for hours and listening to someone talk about God. That messed me up as a kid. People shouldn't be parents. Just got so jealous of that again. Love inserts in power. Yeah. What up, Brax? Brax is back. It's my own good. Yeah, I think a lot of times our parents, especially if we got like old school parents, their idea of how to love their children is so vastly different to how that child needs to be loved. You know what I mean? Like, in their mind, it's the right thing to do, but it isn't. Not really. And I think, like, you know, a lot of things that used to come up when I was around more like poetry circles was the idea of breaking generational curses, because like it seems like you go back in your family history, at least. Well, maybe not for you, but certainly for a lot of people, you go back in your family history, and you just find that it's certain patterns that happen from our parents to their parents to their parents to their parents, you know, and everybody's kind of doing the same thing because they feel like that's what you're supposed to do. That's the right thing to do. It's always been done that way. That's how it's always been done, and nobody's questioning the results of that. Like, how did that actually make me feel, and why do I want to, and why put that same feeling on your own kids? You know, there has to be a change somewhere, but that change doesn't happen. In fact, a lot of people I know, like, that change didn't happen until them. You know what I mean? Like, until like they got to their adult years and decided to make that decision for themselves, that they didn't want to follow in the same footsteps as their parents, as their grandparents, as their great-grand. You know, it's just this long line of what people think is right, because you go back far enough, and you know, and maybe it was right. Maybe that's because you just didn't know any better, right? You go back 200-300 years, you just didn't know any better. That's what you knew back then, right? But surely by now, with all we know about humans and interaction and mental health and everything else that we learned in those past 200 years, surely by now we need to implement those ideas into how we interact with people, including especially your own children. But you find a lot of times that doesn't happen. So it's just the same things going back over and over again, over and over again. It's the same thing. And it sucks because it shouldn't have got to you. It should have stopped long before you. You know what I mean? Like with everything that we learned over these years, it should have stopped long before you. But yeah, it's only till like now, many of us are like, you know what? This needs to end here. We need to break this cycle of this very kind of old school idea of how to raise people, which maybe 200 years ago that was great because that's how it was back then, and different times, different whatever. Now it's not, because everything's changed. And if the way we're not raising people and treating people doesn't change along with it, then you're effectively raising a lot of broken people. Yo, what up, Memento? Appreciate you coming through. We just watched From Dusk Till Dawn. If you've seen it, let me know what you think of it. If you haven't seen it, it's all good. You can still come through and chat with us. We're just talking about generational trauma. Generation strong for false or repels your beliefs on someone, especially the young and impressionable indeed. I mean, I ain't perfect, and I get it wrong sometimes, but with my kids enough to let them find themselves. It's the type I have. I had the complete opposite effects on me. I think we learned from our parents' generation on what not to do. Yeah, I hear that. This has been among my demographic in here. States likely some changes have taken place, but I had been done decades ago. I'm able to record some gameplay from my PS4 through my PC using their PlayStation Remote Play app through OBS Studio, which works fine, just not suitable for live streaming. Yeah, OBS Studio is going to be a really good tool to have, actually. Personally, though, I would say go with Streamlabs. It's OBS based. It just has a lot more features. And I mean, what's up to you, really? Some people prefer OBS. I prefer Streamlabs, but yeah. Whichever you're fine with, really, it comes down to whichever one you. But there's a few: OBS, Streamlabs, also XSplit is one worth considering. But XSplit does charge to get the full packages. Depending on what you're trying to do, it still might be a good option. It's the only one that well, not the only one. Streamlabs has a paid option, but most of their stuff is free. OBS is completely free. XSplit does have a free option, but it's very limited. The paid option is where you get all the features, and it's not super expensive, but it's probably more than what you want to be paying. That's, I think it's like 100 and something. I can't remember what it costs. But yeah, depending on what you're trying to do, that could be worth considering as well. But yeah, if you're gonna be streaming, I understand it can be an expensive hobby. Like, you can do it relatively cheaply, but you might find you got a lot of limitations. So if you're going to be streaming on a regular basis, yeah, be prepared to spend at least some money to do it right. You don't have to go super professional, of course, but be prepared to spend some money to do it right. Truth, Jacob. You can learn from others' mistakes, from stories they tell, but mostly you learn from your own mistakes, indeed. Max, are you telling me where you're from? The cycle still hasn't been broken. Your parents will saying is, I ain't your friend, I'm your parent. Oh yeah, I've heard that saying. I mean, not personally, but I've heard it. Be balanced when it comes to parenting. As a parent, you have to know when to be a parent and to be a friend. situation dictate that. I used to get that shit from a family before having a friendship with Al. I'm not a friend that would say, but Al doesn't hide stuff from me and can talk to me. So, you know, I feel that's so important actually, where you can talk to your parents about anything. Like, honestly, I feel like that's, I don't want to say it's the most important thing. I wouldn't know, but it, at least to my mind, that feels to me like it's got to be up there with some of the most important things that your kids can just talk to you about anything, you know. Because yeah, it's not always going to be good stuff. Because I feel like if your kids only tell you about the good stuff, you're going to have a very skewed view of what's going on. And you know what? Some parents like would, oh, my kids are so great. My kids are so great because they only ever hear the good stuff. They're hiding all the things about them drug deals they do, and they're hiding, you know, that time they were, you know, trying to, I don't know, mess around with some whatever, you know what I mean? Like they all the times they got detention or whatever, they don't tell them that. When they got some bad marks in a report card, you know, they hide that stuff. So their parents think that these super good kids, and it's like, bruh, better to know the ugly truth than the beautiful lie. For years and years, to decades, it hasn't, but now a bit of progress is being made. Excuse me, but it's been over years before my generation. I say the American PC is too fucked up. Well, hopefully that's not true. I mean, maybe there's help needed, but there's always hope. In studio to record all my YouTube vids. Okay. I hear that. Internal issues need to be addressed, no doubt. That's right, but you see, it's been an epidemic of single mother homes in BC for far too long, causing more generational damage. Was set in motion outside forces. Yeah, a number of things caused this. You see, Webcam magic, strong, independent, no, need a man, Indonesia, can do bad all by myself, etc., etc. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, I ain't gonna try and act like I know them, but yeah. But then also you got to think about like how people themselves maybe aren't always raised in great conditions. So when they get to their adult years and they're having kids and they find themselves single, you know, what happens when you yourself don't have much to draw on, you know what I mean? So I don't know if you could just point it in a few places. It probably goes back years, really. And just like, again, just this kind of endless cycle, because you've got like someone from a broken home in a broken home trying to raise a child. Like, where's the experience being drawn from? You know, where's the help coming from? You know? There has to come a point where somebody just says, you know what, enough's enough. You know what I mean? Enough's enough. Like, forget about blame and who said this and who did that. Just enough's enough. Figure out how you're gonna make it work.
Their options getting their passports and saying that shit and have it. Products of a single parent family and beyond all recognition.
Fubar.
A single parent household, and I never wanted that for me and my kids, but I also know if I find myself in that situation, I'll deal. I'm kidding, by the way. Maybe it'll scotch.
I get you. But yeah, I mean, I think that one of the things we can do is, especially when we recognize that whether we come from broken homes or even if it's not just broken homes, but because you could come from say a good home and still, you know, have scars or still have, you know, things that didn't go so well for you. I think we all have problems on some level about something, but I think one of the things we can do is once we recognize that there are issues, like you actually talked about people getting their passports and, you know, moving away, cool, but at the same time it's like you also have to recognize that anytime you point your finger, every time you point your finger at somebody, there's always 3 pointing right back at you. You know, so it's I don't think it's enough to just say, okay, there's a problem over there, and disacknowledge that you're still a part of that. You know, you might not have been the thing that caused it, but you're still a part of that. And if we're not working on ourselves and just going to another area or going to another city, or, you know, you say looking at your options, all you're really doing is taking your problems with you. You know what I mean? Like, if we're not being aware of how we fit in to everything that's happened around us, because we're all products of our environments to some degree, whether as a big effect or small effect, we're all products of our environments and the people around us and experiences that we have. So if we go through these traumatic experiences or these undesirable experiences, whether traumatic or not, you know, we're not being aware of how it affects us, then yeah, all we're really doing is taking all that baggage to another area.
I honestly believe if I had both parents, I would have turned out so much better. Yeah. Mental affairs, the welfare state, bogus child support payments, bias, cause, automatically granting custody, but I'm out of all that. It's say the same Jacob, honestly, I wish my mom kept me away from my dad. I ended up in foster care, which was even more traumatic. Sorry,
Maybe it'd been better, maybe it wouldn't have been. I guess what we do know though is where you are now, where do you want to go, and then figuring out how to get there. You know, we can't control the things that happen to us, right? We can't control, where we're born, which parents raise us or parent, which area, which circumstances. So many things that happen that are outside of our control. What we can control is ourselves and where we go from here. Is okay, this happened, this is what it did to me, this is how it made me feel. Acknowledging that, so I think it's so important to acknowledge how these things make you feel. I think, guys, we don't think we do this enough, because I know a lot of us guys, we say things like it's fine, everything's fine, I'm doing okay, but you got to be honest with yourself. If not with anybody else, you got to be honest with yourself. How this whole thing made you, how the whole experience made you feel. If with nobody else, you got to be honest with yourself about it. And then once you can acknowledge that to yourself, and figuring out how you go about moving on from that. And that could include things like therapy. It might not necessarily include therapy. I mean, therapy, I think, can help a lot of people. I'll say probably help most, if not all people. But depending on your circumstances, you know, it may be something else that you need to do. But it's always figuring out what your next steps are based on where you've been, where you are, and how you want to get, and want to know, and knowing where you want to go.
Okay, it was all mental. Probably why I have a lot of mental health issues today. Unfortunately, you can't choose a parent. But still, research done by the CDC shows black fathers outperform other races. That's being active in their kids' lives, and black men makes more stable income than black women. I was already went through all this drink and work like it. Relax, the YouTube bug, what else to do? Better ones, indeed. Yeah, exactly. Break the cycle. Yeah.
Well, how about that? Watched a movie about a bunch of crooks that kidnapped a family and ended up having to kill some vampires, and talks about family and generational trauma. Well, we do have some range on these live streams, don't we? We have a lot of range.
Really experiment that, especially the mother, mostly because more coming in and usually have custody. They always miss the child, even the grown children. They all messed up in their own way. This group,
Yeah, ain't that the truth? So Brax, here's what I'd say on it, and I don't know how much this advice would. Okay, thought so, son. I don't know how much this advice means anything. In fact, it probably doesn't mean much because I ain't no expert or nothing. But I think focus less on blame, focus less on, you know, whose fault this, that, and the other, because that sort of thing can go back to so many things. If you start talking about environments and products of environments and how people are raised, and you said of government interference, and you know, there's so many factors involved. So I felt there's a point we have to say, I feel like just focus less on whose fault is it, focus more on what are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? Here's a situation that you're in. It sucks that you're in that situation. Nobody should have to be in that situation, but here you are. How do you, in the most healthiest, and when I say healthier, I don't just mean physically healthy, I mean like mentally healthy, physically healthy, financially healthy, all kinds of healthy, spiritually healthy. How do you in a healthiest way possible, get yourself out of the situation and into a better situation, right? And I think if you focus too much on who's to blame and whose fault is it, then I think you just end up going back into these cycles. Because I see a lot of videos, you know, on TikTok or whatever, YouTube, and it's like similar sorts of things where it's some black guy talking about that they're moving on from black women. They only like white women now, or they only like this type of women now. They're moving on from black women, and it's kind of like, okay, but if you're really moving on, you don't need to mention that. So the fact that you're mentioning it means that you're not moving on. You know what I mean? There's something holding you back. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, look, maybe I should shut up. I ain't no psychologist, but hopefully it made some kind of sense. I ain't no damn therapist. Maybe I should shut up because, bro, I don't know. Hopefully that made some kind of sense. That whatever situation you're in, try to figure out the healthiest way to move on from any kind of negative situation you're in. Try to figure out the healthiest way to move on from it, and I don't think that involves focusing on blaming and whose fault and who's doing this, and who's focused more on what are you doing to get yourself out of this situation in the healthiest way possible. Whack pack.
What we end up talking about pissing on these live streams. Yeah, let's make it official. Thanks for bringing it. I could do. You should do merch with Whack Pack and Blaze on it.
Just might. I just might. Shirts, hoodies. I do like hoodies though, can't lie. I'm not wearing a hoodie right now, clearly, but I do like hoodies.
Smell the blame game over here, dog. It's a Tom and Jerry game. On this side of the pond looks like some of that issues. Over there in the UK, you know, just pearly things.
You know, I don't know about just pearly things. What's just pearly things? I don't believe I know about it at all. Anybody know about just pearly things? I don't believe I know what that is, actually.
I'll wait till this episode. It's boy world thing. As long as there is nothing, so good. I'm just pretty much commenting. And shit, I'm focusing on getting my own ass together, like I should have did years ago.
Ah, cool. That's good. That's good. I'm just looking up just pearly things now. I don't know what it is. Is it a YouTube channel by the looks of it? Who is Pearl Davis? Just pearly things. Okay, so it's like a YouTube celebrity or some kind of social media celebrity, I'm guessing. But yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I think that's good to focus on, getting yourself out of any kind of bad situation in a healthy way, as healthy a way as possible, you know. A lot of times we could let anger and resentment and things like that just build up, and if you're not letting that go, they're just taking that with you, just carrying it around with you. And then you might meet some real nice girl one time, but all you've done is taken all that anger and resentment with you when you meet her. So that doesn't work out. Because it's baggage, you know, that term, emotional baggage. That's what that is. This is what that is. So yeah, find healthy ways to release those feelings of anger, feelings of resentment, you know, all of that. Because those feelings can serve you, but not long term. You know, feelings like that are good for the short term because they let you know something's wrong, but they're not good for carry around long term. They won't serve you over a long period of time. It would be a detriment. I was the other day of this white chick bringing down the white boy saying show me days split. Back then all the races a man told her to do when it was fun. Oh, you know, I think I've seen a video like that actually. I think I've seen a video like that. But yeah, to me, it's like when people say that sort of stuff, I mean, I can't, look, I'm not going to say I know everything, because I don't. And perhaps, I'm sure there's more to it than I could even imagine. But it just doesn't feel like it's coming from a genuine place when people say stuff like that. You know, like if you're a black guy, you date a white girl, cool. If you're a white guy, you date a black girl, cool. You know, if you're an Asian guy, you date a black girl, cool. Whatever. Any race can date any race. Love who you love. It's all good. But it's more like when people feel the need to talk about their preferences by putting down other races. You know what I mean? Like some guys saying things like, yeah, I only date white girls. I can't be dealing with all these ratchet black girls. Ratchet black girls are this and black. And it's like, if you dating a white girl, cool. But there's no need to do that and then put down other people. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not necessary. And that's typically what I see when you see these videos. It's like, if you're in love with a white girl, if you're a black guy in love with a white girl, ain't nothing wrong with that. But be in love with that girl. Devote your time to her. You don't need to go on the internet and talk about how much you don't like other types of women. It just feels to me like it's not coming from a good place. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel to me like that's coming from a good place. Like that's coming from a place of some kind of resentment, some kind of trauma that they haven't let go, that they haven't really dealt with. That's what it feels to me. But hey, like I say, I ain't no psychologist or nothing. I ain't no psychologist. That's how it feels to me. But hey, love who you love, man. If it's genuine, then cool, go for it, man. Ain't nobody gonna stop you from that. If it's genuine, if you get along, it don't matter. Skin color don't matter. Who's England playing tomorrow? I've not been following the football at all, actually. Okay, Sam knows just pearly things. Okay. I mean, I've got the channel up now. Looks like, I guess, a podcast, maybe? Or, I'm not really sure. I haven't actually looked at any of the videos. But it looks like some kind of podcast or maybe some kind of commentary channel, maybe? She's a young white American chick, a YouTuber. She's back and forth from the US and the UK talking modern relationships and gender dynamics issues. Okay, cool. I probably won't watch any of her videos then. That does not interest me at all. I come across these videos sometimes. I don't actually look them up, but I do come across them. They're just too popular. Well, some of them are too popular, so you end up coming across them. But I don't really. I mean, this girl looks young, way younger than me. Whatever she's got to say, I'm sure it doesn't involve people my age. So I ain't gonna look it up unless one of her videos goes viral and it ends up in my timeline or something. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna bother. Get some counseling. Awesome. That is a good one to have. Big up men like Jake's. Game tomorrow. A lot of baggage. Just know what okay, let's see when it comes to staying married outside the demographic. I don't think you're getting into anything, to be honest with you. I feel like if you pick people based on skin color, then first of all, I feel like if you're picking people based on skin color, what you're really doing is looking at an aesthetic. You know, it's either a fetish or some kind of political gain you're looking for. You know what I mean? Like people who say the people who like if you're picking people based on skin color, you're looking for an idea. That's one. I think I said this before, but if I hear a woman say something like, "I only date black guys," that's a turn off for me. That doesn't interest me, because what it would mean more often than not is that you're not interested in me. You're interested in the idea of what you think a black man is, which is almost certainly not me. You know what I mean? So I feel if you date based on skin color, then yeah, you're looking for even aesthetic, a fetish, or it makes you look like, you know, when black guys be like, "I only date my black queens, only date my black queens." Even that, I don't think that comes from a fully genuine place, because it's like, okay, you know, are you actually in love with this woman, or are you just with her because it makes you look good in front of other black people? You know, what is actually going on here? Where is the genuine feelings? If you're picking people based on their skin color. So yeah, but if you're going for values, you know, if you're looking at a person's values, like what they're actually about, do their values match your values, or that sort of thing, then it don't matter about their skin color. It's irrelevant. You know, do you have the same values? Because if you have the same values, then whatever problems you have, you know you're working from the same rule book, or the same handbook, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? You're working from the same book when you have the same values. All right? If you have completely different values, everything is a major problem. Everything. Everything. Small problems are big problems when you have different values. But if you have some of the same values, at least then, you know, when things happen, you're working from the same place. But if you're just picking people because they're this color or that color, it's pot luck. You might get a good person, you might not. You might get someone you get along with, you might not. But I promise you, their skin color, a person's skin color has nothing to do with what type of person they are. Nothing. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Oh, was it Wales where England playing? I think England can beat Wales though, but then again, there's been a lot of surprises in this tournament so far. So, right, exactly. People in general is not a good thing. Anyway, toxic to get, you know, to be honest. Spiders. Come on, Sam. Don't tell me you're scared of spiders. I can't believe that. I can't believe the same woman who watches all these horror movies and serial killer documentaries is scared of... Come on, you're not scared of spiders. Nah. You're part of the problem. Still races. That's a trench in my house. I will call the police. That's what I will do. Just get rid of him. So I guess I ain't everything, Jacob. You know, it's simple. Cup and card. Cup and cards. You get a cup, yeah. Empty cup and card. Put the cup over the spider. Slide it underneath. Take it outside and drop it out the window or drop it out the door, whatever. Simple. In fact, sometimes, honestly, I don't even bother with that. Like, if it's in the corner and it's just like sitting there, it's not doing it, I just leave it there. Like, it could be there for like days sometimes. Like, I think one time there was a spider just in the corner somewhere. It was there for like a week. I just left it alone. It was like, all right, come on, not doing nothing. Just left it there for like at least a week, and then I think it moved somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember if I got rid of that one. Actually, I don't remember. It might just crawled out itself. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it laid the eggs. I don't know. But I don't know. But yeah, I remember it was at least a week. I just left it there. I was like, all right, calm. It's in the corner. Ain't bothering me. Just leave it alone. I don't need to bother spider. Ain't bothering me. Let's say it comes to that, just always keep in mind other groups of people don't work with them like that, with racial biases and anti-blackness, etc. They whoever, just always know that. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, things like racism exist everywhere. That's what I mean about its values. Like, if somebody has good values, they're not going to be racist. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of part of it. Like, clearly, yeah, I'm not. If you're looking to be with somebody and their values match your values, part of that is they're not going to be racist. You know, like, then your values wouldn't match if they're racist. Like, it's a problem right there. It's going to be a problem right there if that's part of the values. You know, your racism, sexism, all that is part of your values. You know, I didn't say you got to agree on absolutely everything. Of course not. But your values need to match. You know. Values don't mean you agree on everything. You could disagree on lots of things and still have the same values. But if your values match, yeah, at least you know you're working from the same book. Or the same page, or I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, if somebody's a racist, you know, they hate black people, I think that's going to be a problem, me trying to date them, don't you think? I think that might be a bit of an issue. They might get in the way, I think. Might be a bit awkward. Trying to date someone that hates black people. I think that might be just a tiny bit of a problem for me. I'm not sure that relationship will last very long, you know. Alright, blood. Hate spiders. What can I tell you? You like blood, hate spiders. Well, I mean, some spiders can draw blood. Like, if they bite you, like. Some of the big ones, if they bite you, they can draw blood. Just saying. Oh, yeah. The man from the boy, trust me. Yeah, look at the spiders over here and nothing. In our countries, those spiders on different level. Hey, for sure, you know what? One person from Australia tells me that in Australia, yeah, and especially in like certain parts, like outback type places, it's a common thing to check your shoes before you put them on. Now that might sound like somewhat obvious, but then think about this. When was the last time you checked your shoes before you put them on? You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time you actually checked your shoes, looked inside the shoes before you put them on? We don't do that. We don't do that. But in certain parts of Australia, that's a common thing. You always check your shoes because you don't know. There could be something in there ready to kill you. Like, you don't know. You always check your shoes before you put them on. It's like, we don't do that over here. We don't even think about it. Yeah, we put our shoes on. Maybe there's a little stone in there. It's like, oh, damn it. I'm not even worried about it. Managed to be away and film me. Grassy always greener on the other side. For the most part, aside. I think the World Cup between US and UK is a custody battle for 2027. I don't think anybody wants them at the moment. Well, so it seems. The Jamaican, Nazi spider, and then they have a heart tackle. Let me see, what does a Nazi spider look like? A Nazi spider. I'm trying to find. Okay, they've got a lot of cartoon pictures. Let me try and find a real picture though. Okay, I think I've got one here. a bit hard to tell from the picture, but yeah, I don't know if this is a real as a close up or an actual, but it looks big in this photo. So yeah, that might be a bit of a. Well, speaking of dating, 69xx.fun.
South, you must have spiders. So many spiders. You know, Hawaiian black couple who are racist to each other sounds like an insane video, to be fair.
You know, that probably exists somewhere. I can imagine that probably exists somewhere. Black and white racist couple. Let's see. That's gotta be somewhere. That's gotta exist already. I'm sure there's in the world wide of everything. That's gotta exist. I've seen something, but it says the photo's been removed. Flipping hell, man. That ain't no good.
In Brazil, there is a bird-eating spider that has the leg span as big as a plate. Is called
a Goliath bird eater. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. Goliath bird eater. Oh yeah, this thing is big. They got a size comparison on this one. This thing is huge, yo. Raw.
There you go. Into my shoes because my feet can stink.
I don't know if you want to risk it though. Just saying. I don't know if you want to risk it. If you go some places. So if your feet stink that bad, you should probably wash your feet. I'm just saying, dude. Like, if your feet stink that bad, you should probably wash your feet. Maybe start there. Alan's just letting us know his dirty habits. Not washing your feet. Come on, Alan. You could do better than that. Can't expect no girl to suck on your toes if you don't wash your feet. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's just basic.
Daddy long legs. Spider, brown, recluse. By spider wants out like a bitch. Oof.
Did you turn into Spider Woman though? Can you stick to walls and shoot webs?
Turn up.
Yeah. Yeah, turn up for like, I don't know, 3 posts and they're gone. No. I don't think 6ix9ine's coming back. Besides, well, probably end the stream soon anyway, so.
Man, I reckon it's fire, not junk. Delicious spider, the Brazilian wonder spider is a threat to cats, particularly. Recluse spider has some serious venom. That's a spider for me as a trapdoor spider. Yeah, the subject of spiders. spiders in my mind. Yikes. Tonight, Jacob, you know. I spied again, soulmate. I hate feet. The only reason I wear socks is so I can't see.
You hate feet? Why would you hate feet? You walk around with your feet, right? It get you around places. Feet are good. Stand up. You can kick things and people if you need to. Take care of your feet, man. Take care of your feet. I mean, wearing socks actually, by the way, is a good way to take care of your feet. It is, but yeah, you should still wash your feet. Like, I don't know if you were joking about that. Hopefully you were, but if you weren't, then you should wash your feet. Don't just put socks on and leave it. Like, you should clean yourself like that. You know, you should. It's just basic hygiene, dude. Like, come on. I don't know. I'll be honest, sometimes it's hard to tell when you're joking, Alan. Like, so I don't know if that was a joke or not. But if it was, cool. If not, wash your feet. Wash your feet. Regular. You wear socks. It's good to wear socks. I ain't saying that, but wash your feet. Make sure your feet get some air as well. Don't just wear socks all day. You need to get let your feet get some air too. But yeah, wash your feet. Let them get some air. Use moisturizer as well. It's always good. If you hate feet though, then there's no way you like any Tarantino movies, because that dude has the maddest foot fetish. Like, every single one of his movies has somebody's feet way up in the camera. That must be like the worst part for any movie, when there's somebody's feet is way up in the camera. A bit further from that, see, like. It's a guy. His Johnson will be hard for 7 or 8 hours, and that won't be a good feeling. 7 or 8 hours though. But that's a bad thing. I don't know, you know. Like, I mean, as long as you got somewhere to put it, you know what I mean. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know. I mean, if you're on your own, then yeah, that kind of sucks. Like, 8-hour erection and you're just sitting in your own house, like, bruh, sitting alone at home, like, yeah, maybe that's just frustrating. But I'm just saying though, if you got a little company, in and out of work. Oh man, no Spidey powers. Well, at least you got time of work though. That's something. That's something. But still, Spidey powers would have been cool. Yes. Goofy-ish. They like what they like. All I know is, if you're with a girl, right, and you remove any part of your clothes, and the first thing she does is this, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm just saying. I don't know much about this world, but I do know this: if you take off any part of your clothes and she does this, it's not happening. So wash your feet. Wash your whole body. Make sure you're clean at all times. All times. Just saying. Or even like, I don't know, like let's say you get into like a car accident and they take you to the hospital and the doctor has to cut your clothes off. And the first thing he does is this. You dead. You're dead. People start coughing in the operation room. You're dead. So I'm just saying. Keep yourself clean. All yourself. Your feet, your regions, your body, everything, head to toe. Keep yourself clean, man. Keep yourself clean. Could be life or death, literally.
Just want to feel it was a joke, why? I think you're joking. I don't think you're joking. I don't know. I believe you're a foot fashion.
Yeah, Alan saying he's joking now. Well, I hope so. I hope so. But hey, if you do have a stinky foot fetish, hey, each their own. Each their own. Who am I to judge? I'm not. That's not my place to judge. Each their own. Like Brack said. Hey, some people like that. So each their own. But still though, life or death, man. Life or death.
Yeah, that's what they do. What's the most venomous creature on Earth?
Let's see if we can find that out real quick. Most venomous creature on Earth. The most, according to this, the top result is the box jellyfish. Is the most venomous animal in the world. Death can occur minutes after being stung. There are 51 species of box jellyfish and 4 Chironex fleckeri, Carukia barnesi, Melokingi, and a Chironex yamaguchi are highly venomous. So the box jellyfish is above all else the one to avoid.
That's why it is healed, so that's to understand I will never love him more than I love cheese.
Well, that's just fair, isn't it? I mean, I don't think that's unreasonable. Are you familiar with the phrase, "Doth the lady protest too much"? Just saying. Just saying. The box. Yeah, the box. Yeah, that was the top result. Box jellyfish.
Someone having a stench of an outhouse on a shrimp boat.
That's better than someone having the stench of an outhouse on a shrimp boat. I mean, I'd rather them have a stench of an outhouse on a shrimp boat, because I just don't have to go on a shrimp boat. You know what I mean? Keep that shrimp boat over there. I just, okay, shrimp boat's over there. Cool. I look easily avoidable. Yeah, it's kind of a weird looking fish, actually. But that makes it jellyfish, so, you know, there you go.
Yeah, you don't understand. I see my man naked. I'm okay. I see a good cheese. Pulling cheese pulling drooling. I'm gonna start getting really good when I can. cost a bit more for guys. So unless you're lucky to get a hookup.
Yeah, that's a good idea, you know, take care of your cuticles. Take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. I think as long as you don't drool on the cheese, though, man, that's fine. Like, I don't drool on the cheese, because then it's like, man, no. Ruin it for everybody. If you, I mean, drool on your own cheese, of course, but if it's like a whole block of cheese that you're trying to cut your slice off and it's like you just drooled on it, it's like, oh, jeez, come on, Sam. Whole block of cheese.
It smells like house. Yikes. Oof. For shrimp boast.
Ooh, excuse me.
Portuguese man of war is odd looking jellyfish.
Portuguese man of war. What's that the name of the jellyfish? Portuguese man of war. And it is as well. All right. It's called a Portuguese man of war. All right. Oh.
Can't be the only one who thinks of a shrimp boat.
Oh yeah, of course, Forrest Gump. Yeah, Bubba Gump. There's actually a restaurant in London named after the. It's called Bubba Gump Shrimp. I've never been there, so I don't know if they're any good, but it's quite. Are they still around? I'm just trying to find. I think they might have closed down actually. Let's see. Have they closed there? Oh no, they ain't closed. They sit around. But yeah, there's a restaurant in London named after the Bubba Gump Shrimp. So I guess he got his dream.
Jeez. Yeah, this thing sucks is fine by me. And I'm a Louisianan, so the smell of shrimp is somewhat used to a fucking outhouse.
An outhouse is just like where people poop, right? There's a toilet outside your house, so I mean, as long as it's outside, like. Yeah, I see it. I think it's Covent Garden, not Covent Garden, Coventry Street rather, Trocadero, Coventry Street. I'm just crying. I swear, I mean, I'm sure I've passed that area, and I don't think I've seen it. But no, apparently it's still there. Maybe I just haven't noticed. But yeah, I've never actually been there.
I just scuba dive and you want me to do into an area of water that is infested with jellyfish. I would share brick, or should I say brick squirrel?
You know, even though I've seen what they look like here, I would imagine that if I came into contact with one or came into proximity of one, I probably wouldn't recognize it right away. You know, I might just think, oh, cool, jellyfish. Ah, I'm dead. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, that's a cool looking. Oh, I'm dead. I think that's probably that's what more likely to happen. Unless I'm reminded specifically to look out for this very specific thing. Then if I just happen to wander across one, I might be like, oh, nice looking. Oh, I'm dead. I think that's more likely. I need to be reminded.
Picking me up.
I tell you what, I'll come get you in my in my Spider-Mobile. It's a bunch of spiders you gotta sit next to. Branston pickle on cheese sandwich. Yeah, I think I'm going with that one, Al. I think I'm gonna have to agree with Sam on that one. That's but hey, each their own. Each their own.
Took it down all the time as a kid.
Yeah, it's a cool spot, man. It used to it's like near Piccadilly. well, pretty much is Piccadilly, but what Piccadilly Circus, I would say more specifically. But yeah, that area used to be like a what was it called now? A Dunkin' Donuts in that area. Used to go there a little bit. The first time I had a premium donut was a Dunkin' Donut. It was a nice donut. So they're called bubblegum shrimp. So what's up? Yeah. I wonder if they have one in the USA. Let's see here. Bubblegum Yeah, there is. It's in Denver. Well, I don't know if that's might not be the only one, but there's one in Denver. So there's one in Louisiana. Okay, there's not one in Louisiana, but there's one in Texas. In Galveston, Texas. On Seawall Boulevard. So yeah. That's the nearest one to you, Brax. Galveston, Texas. That's why it's nice. That sounds like the type of thing you eat when there's like nothing else to eat. You know, you got like barely any food left in the house and you just come to go to the shop. That's what that sounds like. But that sounds like that sounds like, oh man, the shop's too far away. Let me just throw this thing in here. That's what that sounds like. Well, I can't be nice all the time. It's exhausting. Ugh. What's the time, actually? Oh, it is past 12 o'clock. Alright, I'm gonna have to start wrapping this stream up. Because I got to go to bed. So I could, do my, grown-up stuff. You know, earn money and all that capitalism bollocks. Let me try and capture the chat real quick though. Cheese and crisps with a side of pickle. Yeah, so I don't think you get to talk much about what Alan eats with you if that's what you're doing. I don't think you get to say much about what Alan eats if that's what you're doing. I'm just saying. It was good getting your food. I'll send out my cafeteria. Cheese and onion is nice too. Well, cheese and onion, yeah, that's a classic though, isn't it? That's a classic. By the way, Tesco's and Saint, well, all them places, you used to be able to get like cheese and onion sandwiches from them for like, you know, like £1-ish, like £1, maybe £1.10, something like that. Ever since everything's gonna be, how much this, like Sainsbury's like £1.75 for a cheese and onion sandwich. Like, you taking a piss, bruv. And then Tesco's like £1.40. Okay, it's not as bad, but still, man, like how you charging £1.40 for a cheese and onion sandwich? Like, you taking a piss. It's cheese and onion. Come on. I get everything's going up, but come on, man. Come on. Hey, I'm nice. Ish. Alright, guys. Let's see. Next live stream should be on Friday. Sunday times indeed. But I mean, I get it. Things are going up. Oh, come on. Come on. I don't need to go that much. I was £1.70. Sainsbury's £1.75. Nearly £2 for cheese and onion. Let's take. But yeah, next live stream should be Friday. Friday evening, 8:30, 9 p.m. ish. Playing some games. I don't know which game I'm gonna play. Maybe a little bit more Vampire Survivors. Or I might see if I can. Nah, actually, I won't bother with that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Overwatch. Actually, we'll see. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll play some games on Friday. That's the plan for Friday. In the meantime, I might post a video, but probably not. So there's that. Please join in this area. In case you don't like Marks and Spencer prices. Oh, I haven't been to Marks and Spencer for ages, so it might be best I don't go. It might be best I don't go. By the sounds of it, it might be best I don't go. Let me just stay away from Marks and Spencer's for a minute. It's not just food. It's Marks and Spencer's food. Bruh. Their food's okay, but it's not that good. It's mediocre. It's average. It's nothing that special. They got some decent stuff, but come on. The way these places bigging up themselves, like, oh, it's not just, it's like, come on, it's regular food. Come on. It's not that good. Yo, what up, Frozen G? Frozen G coming in at the last minute. Just about to log off, Frozen, but appreciate you coming through. Big up to you and your crew. See you soon. There's a killer. But yeah, Frozen Gamer. Yeah, sorry, man, but you're just coming in just as about to sign out. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you coming through. I'm too poor for. I think we're all too poor for Marks and Spencer by the sounds of it. So yeah, let me stay away from that place. But yeah, guys, until whenever. Till that. Well, that's not right. Until when. I said it wrong, didn't I? Yeah, until whenever. If ever. Peace.